EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the International Challenge. Well, this golf course goes back a long ways, to 1878, in fact. We're at Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo. And Frank, where are some of the scoring opportunities out here?
Well, normally when the Open Championships played, the breeze comes out of the sort of northwest, which means those first few holes are played down breeze, and then the closing stretch is played into the breeze. So really, you sort of make your hay on the way out, and then you hang on for dear life on the way in. That doesn't really change because you have some rather short par fours to start.
Beautiful looking shot right here. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Second shot. Good look at the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Now has a tie for the lead with that birdie.
And a pep in the stride.
Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic American layout.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
This is a shot from 115 yards.
Rich, I remember back in 1997 playing alongside Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. Do you know what he shot that day?
It was low. It was a great round, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the lowest round he's ever shot in the Open Championship. 64 to be precise. Justin Leonard went on to win the Open Championship that year.
Well, she just played a wonderful shot from back there. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why, there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the 3rd. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the forefront of your mind.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are, but we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Pretty good effort right there. Getting set now over the putt.
No mistake made there with par.
Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. Couple of birdies already on the card. Still early, Frank, but we've seen some solid play.
This is exactly how you want to start the first round of a tournament, Rich.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
And setting up here in the rough. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's that sneaky distance.
Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. At the par 3 fifth, ready to get this hole started.
Prevailing breeze once again should be coming from the water, which is on the right. That makes that tee shot a little bit more difficult because it pushes the ball to those 3 bunkers on the left side. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough. Second shot. I mean, this skill and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Nice par to remain 3 under. What a good hole. They call it the slopes, and the rough off the right-hand side of the green, really some of the most punishing on the entire course.
And the one thing you don't want to do is actually leave it up there on that high side, because it means that you'll be chipping downhill.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Good lie in the fairway. Good chance to make something happen here. Frank, this is the way you draw it up. This is how the game's supposed to be played.
Yeah, so far, everything going according to plan. That's an absolute beauty.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Bit surprising, misses the green in regulation here at the par 5.
Yeah, you'd think this is one of the easier holes on the golf course. So now just trying to avoid 6.
Pretty good shot right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, we're moving inland now to the 7th hole. It's a 405-yard par 4. What's ahead?
Little dogleg to the right. A couple of bunkers right on the corner of it. So once again, check the breeze and somehow find that fairway.
About 120 yards to the hole. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. These putts keep the round together. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Suddenly, we have a tie for the lead.
And a bogey there. It's not the worst you could make on a hole like that.
And what happened here in 1973?
The old squire, Gene Sarazen himself, made an ace.
He was 71 years old playing his final Open.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
She has this for par.
No, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Frank, how does the front nine finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just one bunker down the left to be avoided.
Good contact, good result. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
right in the fairway and 180 yards from here. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot, and he'll have this for birdie. This is a 19-foot putt. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Good roll, solid. That's a par. Frank, here at the 11th hole, what's the best line to take?
Got to take it over the middle of that gorse on the left side, so it doesn't look too inviting, but that's where the fairway is.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Solid play, heart of the green. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Back here on the bonny shores of Scotland at Royal Troon Golf Club with just a wee breeze, as they say over here, Frank. On the tee at the 12th.
Yeah, hole that bends to the right, gorse right and left. There's a bit of a mound and rough down the right side. That has to be avoided.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green.
Well, it's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank beginning to head towards home. This is the 13th, a par 4.
Another dogleg right. Problem isn't really the tee shot here, even though there's undulations and mounds all over the fairway. Second shot's played uphill to an elevated green. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Chance to get it close here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Shouldn't be a problem here. That's a par, but that is also second place.
That's right. Birdies have been made elsewhere.
Heading for home now, Frank, the par 3 14th, just under 180 yards. What's the key here?
Well, it's rather narrow at the front there. There's 3 bunkers, but it's the second 2 that you really worry about, that narrow the front of this green up. Plus the front is slightly raised, so ideally you want it to fly it more towards the middle where it starts to widen up.
Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. For birdie. Frank, tie atop the leaderboard now.
I think it's certainly starting to get everybody captivated.
That was a nice birdie. At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
The key here really is the 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. If you find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Second from an excellent lie. That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet.
It's amazing. It doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt. That's a good par there, Rich.
Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Frank, now to the hole they call Rabbit, 222-yard par 3.
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll-off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the green.
Well, that is a ball-striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. starting to pile up the birdies. 5 under par for the tournament. Great finishing hole here, Frank, at Royal Troon, the 18th.
Really, it's all about the tee shot. If you find one of those pot bunkers, then the best you can do is lay up, and then you're looking instantly at least a 5.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
It's no snack, though.
Just misses. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
So finishes the round with a 66. So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.